Hello, everybody. Welcome into this AFC South show on Curtis's podcast network. My name's Isaiah, the sometimes host of the show, not normally. With us today, as always, we've got that way Curtis of that real Texas team, the man of the hour, the big C. We've got Andrew in here for Curtis Table for Two, and we have Unk Steck down there, Big Steck, on Unstable, and I'm gonna turn it. Uncurtis. I'm gonna turn it back over to Curtis. Every once in a while, I like to throw that in there. And thanks for coming out, guys.
That was fun. That was fun.
I haven't done that in a while, so let me throw it in there.
It was a fun.
Yeah, I usually do it when you're not here. So
yeah, Andrew just immediately took over. By the way, as soon as he came in and started doing it with us, anytime you missed, Andrew was the guy, and I was like, "This is great. This is awesome."
I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know how y'all usually do it, so I'll just jump in and go.
Well, look,
we have fun here. Thanks, Robert.
The AFC South has got a full slate of games this weekend, boys. We've all got a lot to talk about, so let's quit with the dilly-dallying. You know the faces, you know the names. Isaiah, host of Third and Teal. Jeff, host of Unstabled. And Andrew, host of Titans Table for Two. Of course, I'm from that real Texas team. But, y'all, let's get into this shit. Andrew, we're looking at a fun rival.
Mostly, Robert.
Bowl, like Super Bowl rival.
We got to talk about that.
Well, the Rams are coming to town.
Yeah.
And their defense looks solid, just as
another really good defense.
As a fun.
I wouldn't say as good as the Broncos, but definitely a good defense still.
Yeah.
J.C. Latham's going to be out, so our right tackle's looking. Oli Udoh came in when he got hurt last week and didn't look great, but it's all I give him a little bit of a pass. Come in cold, not ready to play. But they haven't committed to a starter. You have John Ojukwu on the practice squad, Blake Hance, who's played all 4 out of the 5 positions on the offensive line. I feel better about the depth than I have in the past, or at least people who have done it before. Not saying they're all world beaters, but somebody who can be out there. I like Dan Moore's chances this week more than last week against a power rusher versus a speed rusher, because speed is kind of his kryptonite. With Verse out there, which is still a great player, but he's not Nick Domino just yet. Then Devondre Sweat's out, so you hate to see that. I guess we'll probably see Shy Tuttle for the first time for the Titans. For the Rams, they have one guard out, another one that's hurt but should be playing. I like Jeffrey Simmons against a regular guard, especially one that's hurt. Now, he dominated the game last week, just had that dumb penalty at the end. Take that out, and he played an elite game. Snead was on a pitch count last week, and really hoping that he can double those amounts. He only played 19, 20 plays. Even if he's not out there all the time, you want to see him out there for more than that for sure. Because better receivers on this Rams team with Adams and Puka, and even Tutu. I like Tutu a lot. These receivers got to catch the ball. Cam is putting it on them. I counted 6 drop passes. Orlovsky counted 8. Regardless, 6 is too many. 3 is too many. He handled that pass rush amazing, other than 2 plays. And he put dimes into these receivers' chest and just drop. So, and we kind of not have penalties. You take 4 takeaways, but usually you win that game unless you have 13 penalties for 130 yards. And we decided to do that. So you're really catching the balls, better protection, and penalties. All things that can be cleaned up. We did better in those 3 areas. We beat Denver last week, which no one thought we were going to do. So hopefully they can put it all together this week.
Yeah. The Ridley drops, Robert. That's Ridley drops.
Yeah, Ridley had 3 alone. And then the which you can question the coaching. I'm all for questioning the coaching of it, where they did the 3 plays inside the 10 and they passed on all 3 of them. But the screen pass should have worked. There was 2 on 3, but nobody stepped back. And I don't know the play call, but hearing Derek Mason talked about it, and I trust Derek's receiving mind that the outside guy should have been dropping back, which was Ridley.
Yeah.
So he decided to go block instead of come back, which I'm not saying it would have been a touchdown, but it would have been some yardage right there on a 2-on-3 as long as these guys hit their blocks.
Yeah, I saw that play that you're talking about. I think Kirk did a video about that.
Yeah.
Where literally it just kind of looks like they just were in a line blocking from
nobody stepped back. They all went out to block.
Yeah.
And then Cam had to dirt it.
Stupid.
So
stupid.
Clean up the mental mistakes. Vanderbilt just scored a touchdown up 21-7 on South Carolina. Put that in there.
All right, so let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
The Rams are 5.5-point favorites. How are you feeling about that?
We lost last week. I think we all expected us to lose. I predicted a loss from the time the schedule came out. But it's one of those games where you actually came out feeling better about the team because it is correctable mistakes that cost us the game. Defense looked elite. Special teams did not have any blunders like they did all last year. Even had a good kickoff return. I'm taking the Titans not just to cover, but to win. I think they cleaned it up.
Give me your score prediction.
24-20 Titans. And I try not to be like the overly optimistic fan, but if the offense can get its shit together, they would have won last week. So I'm predicting they get their shit together this week.
The over-under on this game is 41.5, so that goes over as well.
That would be the over in Titans covering. Okay.
I
think they cover regardless. So take the Titans and the points, whether you think they're going to win or not.
All right. So I'll go. The Titans are
trash.
Not going. They're not going to do well against the Rams defense because the Rams defense does a couple things very well.
Mm-hmm.
They keep the ball and the opposing players in front of them at all times. They are very disciplined. There was minimal penalties. They're going to be difficult. I'm not going to say impossible. We had several chances to actually get points on the board and then just kind of shot ourselves in the foot, fumbled the ball with a perfect peanut punch or whatever, but they're definitely a beatable team.
So, I think it's there. And I mean, although the Titans offense didn't look great, I still think they looked a little bit better than the Texans O-line last week.
Oh yeah.
So
until Latham.
That was bad. You could tell a difference when Latham came out for sure. Yeah. Peter Skoronski had a perfect game, pass blocking though. So
saw that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bright spots along the offensive line that are coming along. Latham was one of those, and you hope you get him back soon because otherwise, I feel like Cam Ward could go the way of Texans' infamous bust David Carr.
The biggest, totally blanked on what I was about to say. Honestly, sorry, it was in my head and I went to go say it and went.
It'd be like that. That being said, I think the Rams are going to take this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Rams 27 to how many points did you score last week? 12?
12, yeah.
13.
I was going to say 13 too.
That was brutal. It's unnecessary.
I was gonna say that too.
You motherfuckers.
It's probably true.
We're gonna score 14, damn it.
We're gonna get 2 touchdowns.
All right. Who wants to go next? Rams.
I think that the Titans are going to have a tough time with that offensive line and not having Latham in there. They've got a really good set of rushers up there in Ramtown, and I don't know, man. I didn't see enough out of the Titans wide receivers last week to really give me confidence going into this week. I think Cam Ward looked fine. Very minimal mistakes. There's still time, of course, and it could be even more exacerbated if Verse or somebody gets a good hit on him because the O-line's just not holding up. I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to continue to grow, but the Titans offense just did not give me a lot of confidence last week. and missing their best, one of their best linemen, I should say. Maybe not their best, but it's going to be a tough one. I don't think the Rams just like kill them though. I don't think the Rams offense looks very potent at all. I mean, I could see this being like a 17-14 game Rams.
17-14, okay. Baby Jeff?
It was never the Titans.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just I would just regurgitate what Isaiah said. I don't have much faith in outside of like Ward looking good. The rest of the Titans offense just doesn't inspire a lot of hope in me to say that they're going to beat the 34-9 Rams. Yeah, I'm going to go like 2013 Rams. Why did Andrew check out?
All right, Brandon, that's enough out of you.
All right. The first comment was enough, pal.
All right.
Final score 68-9.
So the Rams Titans, that's
Well,
a noon game, correct?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Is there another noon game among us? There you go, Isaiah. How about you go next?
Yeah, it's a 1:00 game Eastern time. Yeah. We got the noon game. We're playing the Bengals. We talked about it last night. The Bengals defense, outside of like Trey Hendrickson, doesn't really do anything to inspire anyone. I think that Jacksonville is going to have a big day through the air. Honestly, on them, their secondary looks terrible. I went with belligerent, of course, last night. I think I said it was going to be like 38-17 or 38-13, something like that, like something stupid. But honestly, though, I would not be surprised to see Trevor Lawrence throw for over 300 yards this game. I really do think that Brian Thomas Jr. and company are going to be able to get a good bit of yardage and just big play. I will say, though, they are going to be playing Travis Hunter more on defense. So we're going to kind of see more of what we have out of him as a corner. And what better team to test it than,
best receivers in the league.
The best two receiver combo in the league. But we'll see what happens. I think our defense played well last week. If they can continue to play like that and get after the quarterback, I think they'll be just fine. I think we have a better pass rush outside of course, Myles Garrett. I mean, Myles Garrett, he's better than either of our edge rushers, but I think we have a better overall pass rush than the Browns do. So I think we're going to sack Burrow a lot this game, or at least hit him and disrupt him like we did to Bryce Young.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we got some big hits on and they sent some corners, some safeties. They did a lot of cool stuff, some fun stuff we haven't seen in Jacksonville in a long time. So I really do think it's going to be a big game for us. But I don't really think it's going to be 38-13 or whatever I said last night. But I could see it be 38-13.
Okay.
Oh, God, trade for Tyreek Hill just so he can beat women in your state, too.
How many Houstonian women is he going to impregnate? Jesus Christ.
5
The correct answer is all of them.
Something I didn't know, so Florida's tight end, they're talking about him earlier. He's a 6'8", 272 pounds. I did not know that. He drugged like 3 dudes earlier just down the sideline. I was like, that guy's big.
What's the spread on that game?
3.5 Bengals.
See, I think it's going to be a 3-point game. I see it being a really high scoring game by both teams. I got whoever has the ball last is going to win on a last second field goal, 35-38. So take the Jags and the points.
That's how it happened last time. It ended like 23-20 or whatever, with the Bengals winning.
Yeah, 33-30, 35-38, something like that. It's going to be a 3-point game, whatever it is.
And you're going
I'm going to take the Bengals just because fuck the Jags.
This guy.
But I can see the Jags winning on that. It's going to be a last field goal, like second field goal, and whoever has the ball last.
Especially since, all we have to do is get to the 47-yard line, our own 47-yard line. We're in field goal range. So,
I'll only go with the Bengals because, why not?
Yeah,
But
no
I think
kidding,
it's
Robert. Robert, I fully echo that. Having a real defensive coordinator certainly helps with our semi-talented talented roster. There's still some gaps, but we'll be there.
That's honestly why I love the Titans D coordinator. Like the way he was getting pressure, and Denard Wilson is a stud D coordinator. Like if Callahan were to get fired, like can we somehow just keep the defensive side? Just hire a new offensive side. Like I love Denard Wilson.
Hefe?
Yeah, I can see that game going either way. Honestly, I think the Bengals have a lot of potential to put up a lot of points, and that's just if they can protect Joe Burrow, which I don't know if they even have a lot of faith in that happening. But the same thing, I guess you could say for Jacksonville. Just like I don't have a lot of faith in their offensive line right now either. But I don't have a lot of faith in the Bengals to put pressure either. So it's just I agree with both of them. I do think this could be a high scoring game, and it's like it'd be fun to see a shootout. Like it really would. I'm tired of these quarterbacks getting 140 yards, and it's just boring shit. So I'm going to hope that these offenses turn it up and put on a fun game. I'm going to go I could really see it 30-27 either team. But just because, Isaiah always picks whoever the Colts are playing, I'm going to take the Bengals 30-27.
That is not true. Okay. I just did last year because you guys were terrible. All right. But in years past,
fair.
I've been pretty even. All right. Like
we gotta pull up the stats. What is Isaiah's pick rate against the Colts?
Not often.
It's not positive.
After last year, it is much lower than it was before.
Holy crap. 4th and 1. South Carolina tries to go for it, hand it off. The running back gets tackled 4 yards in the backfield. They're going all the way, baby. Not to overreact, they're national champions.
Kind of overreact.
Vandy's going all the way to the Burger Bowl.
Welcome to the Outback Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. We've got
it's music in Nashville.
great day here in Nashville for Music City Bowl, welcoming Vanderbilt.
Poppy fries.
I'm going Jacksonville 29-20.
Get off Isaiah's nuts, dude.
You can stick around, Curdy. You can stick around. Not a bad guy you are. All right.
Sounds like you're getting lucky on your bachelor party.
Sounds like it. Yes, he is. If we win this game, for sure.
So here's the thing. The Jags took care of business against a team that we all kind of view as inferior, and that's what you want to do. You want to play those games against those opponents and make a clear distinction in the talent and coaching gap. And that is what happened. I think after the game, the press conference with Liam Cohen, the way that he was talking about things, the way that the team has been talking about things, I think that there's a lot of really, really good things happening in the Jacksonville Jaguars organization right now. Now, if everything can remain healthy and functioning, I think the sky's the limit for this team, especially if the Texans are in a really bad spot continuously with this offensive line and we never get it figured out. Then again, the Jags were always the biggest threat, in my opinion. And I think week 1. There we go, Jeff.
You're piss Jeff off with that one. Jeez.
Really know how to insult a guy, I guess. But yeah, 29-20.
Fuck you, Curtis. Fuck you. I'm out.
I'm just saying. I look and I get it. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but the Jags have got a regime change, and it looks like it's a positive one for the first time and since the first year of Doug Peterson.
Yeah, pretty much. And even that wasn't, unfortunately, a regime change. But
yeah, true. What up, Slay Dog? Out here?
Yeah.
Y'all need any fantasy advice? You need to go check out the boys on Kingmaker Sports. Slayton, Justin holding it down over there.
Ooh.
Robert says 2017.
Do they recommend costumes or just scenarios?
Costumes mostly, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Trying to spice things up, huh?
That's like a try-on thing. Anyway,
Do we get live footage?
yeah, every week.
We- Coach clips, you know. All right, I'm done.
All right, Jeff.
Yeah.
The Pony Bowl is upon us.
Yeah.
And the Colts are welcoming the Broncos, who come in with a 1.5-point favorite, and the over-under
What's up, Eric?
43.5. Gentlemen, Jeffrey.
Can I just say real quick, it's a little messed up that they have us with this pussy on pussy violence 2 weeks in a row. Okay, like we go for Carolina, now we're playing the Bengals. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's bullshit. All right,
You guys play the Lions?
let a cat breathe before. No, we don't this year. Actually, surprisingly.
Damn. I was gonna say you could get like the whole fucking Infinity Gauntlet, but collect a wall of pelts.
Who's the best cat?
Who's the best cat team?
Spots versus stripes was our, was our thing this week. So
Nice.
I hate the Colts, man. Jesus Christ, I hate the Colts.
I know you do. You never pick them. I know you do.
Pony Bowl. It's the John Elway and Peyton Manning Bowl, if you want.
Yeah, it's a little far from that talent pool, but no, I mean the Colts are riding high right now. I mean, not a lot of people took the Colts to beat Miami week 1, and the Colts absolutely dog walked them. And Miami is not a great team, and that just tells you what everybody thought of Indianapolis. So they made history. I mean, they scored on every drive. I mean, we came out of this feeling really good, and yeah, we have to temper expectations. I mean, they're not a great defense. Tyreek Hill is not what he used to be. I mean,
That whole team's a shit show right now.
I'll take a 33-8 win anytime.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the Colts did come out of that a little banged up. Charvarius Ward started showing signs of concussion, didn't clear protocol. He won't play. Jalen Jones is headed to the IR. So I'm not sure how that's. So our corner room is looking bad, and Latu looked like he suffered a little setback. He was limited and then didn't practice the next 2 days with hamstring. So his status is in the air. What I will say though is that Lou's defense looked really good. It was a lot more creative than that vanilla bullshit we saw with Gus Bradley. I liked everything I saw from this defense.
That's my brother. Shout out Titans Tail for 2.
They're just mad because they don't have anything that says anything like that on it. Anyway, never will. 1 yard is all I'm saying. 1 yard. Anyway. But they play. Oh, in Denver, I think their only 2 out is Nate Atkins and Dre Greenlaw. But I really like the depth outside of the secondary that the Colts have, especially in their front 7. So if Latu can't go, I don't feel that nervous about it. It's that secondary. I mean, we're basically starting Xavier Howard now as our corner 1. Obviously Kenny Moore, and I'm not really sure who they're going to put out there as play opposite of Xavier. So it'll be interesting. Offensively, they look healthy. I didn't see too many. I mean, I know Alec Pierce popped up on the injury report, but he's fine. Pittman, he'll be fine. And they look good offensively. I mean, they scored on every possession. That was a lot of things that they struggled with last year, especially when they finally did create a turnover. They didn't do anything with it. So they were scoring. Daniel Jones, I mean, he's not a world beater or anything like that, but he was efficient. He was taking what the defense gives. And against a team like Denver, who, I don't want to say an elite defense, but a really good defense.
They probably
you gotta take what they give you. And he did a lot of that against Miami. And knowing Sean Payton, his game plan is to take Jonathan Taylor out of the game. I'm not saying he's doing bounty gate again or anything, but he's going to try to eliminate him from our game plan and make Daniel Jones beat him. So this is where Shane Steichen is going to have to prove his worth here. This is going to be a coaching battle, and this is where Shane Steichen, this is going to be a key game for him, especially with some of these injuries on defense. this is his chance to say, yeah, I can coach with the big boys, or, is Sean Payton going to steamroll him? So I don't know. I think this could be a good game. It's at home. Colts are riding high. I think it might be a really close game at half, and I think both of these teams kind of turn it up, especially with the Colts secondary as beat up as it is. I think the Colts offense, especially with the addition of Tyler Warren, I think he had a really good game. He should have had a touchdown with that pass interference that wasn't called. It was pass interference though, but he should have had a touchdown. He looked really good. Josh Downs is Josh Downs. Even Michael Pittman had a good game. So I think these teams can both put up some points. Hopefully they get after Bo Nix, and they're going to have to win this game.
That's the blueprint. I mean, the Titans kind of gave you a blueprint.
Yeah.
Make him uncomfortable. Make him uncomfortable, contain him, but don't let him run, because he's a kind of a one read takeoff kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have to take away Cortland Sutton. That's going to be hard to do. Ward's not going to be on him, obviously. So they're going to have to be putting Bo Nix on his ass, and they're going to have to make him scared. And that's a lot of what they did with Tua. They're just going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to get after him, get after Bo. I mean, he's young. You got to rattle him early. And I think if they do that, I think they have a decent chance to win this game against Denver.
Stay out of third and longs, because Vance Joseph draws up so many blitzes. And he's going to draw them up anyway, but give him a third and long, and he's like,
yeah. But that's my other concern is I think if the Colts can get a lead, I see this team being able to hold it. But if the Broncos start to kind of pull away, I don't think Daniel Jones can come back against a Sean Payton Denver Bronco defense. So they're going to have to get a lead and get it early. And that's all. This game's going to be won through the Colts front seven. They're going to have to, like you said, force third and longs. But I think they can do it. And I trust right now Lou's defense. It seems like he has a much better talent pool than he had in Cincinnati, and he's using them. So I like the Colts to win it. I said on Unstabled, both me and Justin agreed. We didn't even discuss it before the show. I said 27-24, and he was like, holy shit, that's what I wrote down. I think it'll be a low-scoring first half, and I think both of these teams kind of figure it out as the game goes on. So I'm going to stick with it. 27-24 Colts.
Give me the spread on it again, Curtis. Oh my
God. 1.5 points for Denver.
I'm going to take Denver in those points. Sorry, Jeff. I'm thinking more like a 23-17. I think it stays kind of low scoring. I know that Daniel Jones looks pretty good, but it's a lot better defense. That Miami team is a fucking trash can right now. All three phases look like shit. So I think the difference is the defense for Denver. Not really Bo or anything. That defense is just really, really good. I got 23-17 Broncos.
Okay. Isaiah?
Yeah. I think. Oh, Jeff, got a question for you. What was Jesus like? I'm kidding. So
he's a lot shorter than you think.
Well, I just, I guess when you guys got your Super Bowls, it just makes sense to ask that question. No, I've got the Broncos in this one. I think Bo Nix is looking for a bounce back win. I think that the Colts secondary is a little bit banged up right now, which definitely does not help them. And I just don't know. I think Sean Payton, the way the Colts win this game is if Daniel Jones can actually stay comfortable and get the ball out, because Sean Payton is certainly going to try and take Jonathan Taylor out of the game. I mean, that's Sean Payton 101. If you've watched him play anybody ever, he's going to try and take the running back out of the game if they're good, and he's going to try and, I just
run
the
ball, stop the run.
Now, I will say Daniel Jones, he may have to use his legs a little bit more, and we know he can do it. And they may collapse the pocket a little bit on him, and he's going to have to get out of there quick. But I think it's going to be close. I'm taking this like a 20. I think like 23-21 or 24-21. Real close game. I don't think anybody's going to run away with it. But I do have the Broncos winning this one just because of, a little bit banged up. And then I haven't seen enough out of Daniel Jones yet to say, yes, he can go into, is it in Denver?
No, it's in Indy.
Oh, ooh, in Indy. Yeah, I'm still taking the Broncos, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But Daniel Jones may make me a believer. We'll see.
You know,
If it was Richardson, though, I think that the Broncos run away with it. But
yeah.
After watching Jones and how the O line was blocking, I think it's going to be close at least.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up. I was actually going to say something about that. They showed a video of just taking a rep, no defense, no nothing. Just it showed Daniel Jones rolling out to the left, throwing it to a guy on the sidelines. No one moving except him. And he just threw a dime right at him. Next rep, Anthony Richardson does the exact same thing and fucking air mails it. Like, this dude can't even throw a 7-yard pass with no pressure. Like, This is why Daniel Jones is the starting quarterback and not Anthony Richardson. Like, yeah, he can throw it a mile, but he can't throw it 6 yards to a guy standing there. Like, this is what we're talking about.
Yep. For me, this to kind of echo what Isaiah was saying, kind of lives and dies by what Daniel Jones does. If Daniel Jones can build on what he did week 1, and that wasn't kind of like a flash in the pan. One of the things I noticed is like Shane Steichen is usually pretty good the first 2 weeks with a new starting quarterback. I don't know what that is, but anytime there's a quarterback change, there's usually about a week or 2 weeks where it looks really good, and then it kind of, and then, kind of shit for a minute. But
sometimes good, sometimes shit.
God, I don't know. With the way that your defense played against the really shitty Dolphins, and I don't think the Broncos offensively have the on paper talent that the Dolphins do with O'Shane and Tyreek and Waddle and all those guys. I don't think it'll be their offense that beats you. I think it'll be the defense. I think Daniel Jones doesn't necessarily come all the way back down to what he used to be, but maybe he just makes one mistake in kind of a crucial moment. And this is going to be like a 17-14 final score.
For who?
The Broncos.
See, I don't know. I said on Unstable that, Daniel Jones, like, pump the brakes on the Peyton Manning talk. Like, there's some, like, obviously it was a joke, but they're like, oh, we got Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning never did, 7 drives in a game. It's obviously a joke, but there will be a crash at some point for Daniel Jones, and we all just have to prepare for that. Like, it's going to shine through at some point, the Daniel Jones of old, and it's just, hopefully it's
starts
not
looking
as big
more
of a
like Jim
disaster.
Sorgi instead of Peyton Manning. Does Jim Sorgi get to go to like Thanksgiving at the Manning? Because he backed up Peyton and Eli.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets to go, but he definitely gets to pull the seat out.
He gets a Christmas card. He gets a Christmas card, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a Friendsgiving invite.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably closer friends with the kicker because he's the fucking placeholder.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that
Anybody else?
Vinatieri?
Huh?
That would have been Vinatieri at the time, right?
And
No, before
Vander,
who was before Vinatieri?
Mike Vanderjagt.
Vanderjagt, yeah, he would have been Vanderjagt because he was.
Oh, that's right.
He was gone by. He went to the Giants whenever Vinatieri got there, and he was backing up Eli for a couple of years.
No, okay.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize he went to both.
Yeah, he backed up both of them. That's what I was saying. Is he getting invited because he backed up both of them.
Literally, I was just okay. All right.
Well,
Well,
he hated Vanderjagt.
you miss like a certain kick or something.
Yeah, against Pittsburgh.
Lagway has thrown 3 interceptions. Did you just see that pick 6 by LSU, Isaiah?
Yeah, it was terrible.
And Lagway didn't even like try to tackle him. He was like jogging.
No, he was jogging. Yeah, no. I literally just texted my buddy after that and said maybe it's time to let Trammell Jones get some reps.
Yeah. Lagway's an athlete that I can't deny, but
he missed all of spring, and then he came into the first game and looked awful because he was slow against a bad team, and then it's just stacked on top of it. I just think we just need to let Trammell Jones finish this one out. He's rattled clearly. Get the rookie the freshman some reps. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, let's pivot to the final game of the dossier here. Bucks traveling to Houston, and Houston is a 2.5-point favorite at home, 42 and a half over under. For me, this is a tale of shitty O-lines and pretty formidable defensive fronts. I think the secondary for the Texans is a lot better than the secondary for the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, secondary for Bucks is questionable.
Yeah,
Like,
Buccaneers allowed almost 300 yards to
Michael
Michael.
kept Shiloh, man.
Should have kept. And just didn't really have any answers for much of anything that the Falcons were throwing at him. They looked really, really bad against passes to the running back. Like Bijan Robinson just ate him up.
Yep.
So I think with a healthy combination of playing to your strengths, which is getting the ball out fast into somebody's hands so the offensive line doesn't have to block for more than 2 seconds, and you can go about your life and just move the ball, matriculating it down the field with short incremental gains until you eventually set up a long shot. Just a little stats here from the Bucks and the Falcons. Baker was 17 for 32, 167 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once. Had a quarterback rating of 86.9 and a passer rating of 99.4. Bucky Irving and Rashad White combine in the air and on the ground for a total of 21 touches and 61 yards with 1 touchdown against the Falcons. Like most people, like most Texans fans, we are not ecstatic about Jalen Petrie in the coverage aspect of his game. We knew that would be kind of a highlight of people trying to target something to move the ball down the field. And lo and behold, Puka Nacua was in the slot all week last week. And what happened? Jalen Petrie can't cover anybody. So that got exposed again and again and again. So his challenge this week, and it is a challenge, and I want to make sure everybody knows that, but Emeka Egbuka, who is a rookie in the NFL, if Jalen Petrie can't do anything good against a rookie in his second game, there is a larger problem with the schematic of the coaching and what we're doing with Petrie. We probably at this point should sub him out on like obvious passing downs because he's really like a 2-down linebacker in most situations. I'm not worried about Mike Evans or anybody else going up against Stingley or Lassiter. It is purely Jalen Petrie. I think we did a pretty good job of stopping the run. So I'm not worried about them getting that going against us this week. But the Bucs defense had 4 QB hits, 1 sack, 0 turnovers, and 17 total pressures against Michael Penix in week 1. Hassan Reddick had a 22.6 pressure rate, which was the highest of anybody who rushed more than 1 time for the Bucs. Sorry. I am not thoroughly impressed by this pass rusher of the Buccaneers, but the level of expectation that I have for the current offensive line is that
Texas O-line said, hold on a minute.
So last week we trotted out a hodgepodge of the offensive line that we've been rolling with all training camp. And this week we'll actually be getting what we've been rolling with for most of training camp, which will be Ursery at left tackle, and then Lakin, Jarrett Patterson, because Jake Andrews is hurt. He'll be missing this week. Ed Ingram is coming back this week. He'll be playing at right guard, and Titus Howard is at right tackle. I think that is our best offensive line so far until Jake Andrews returns. But Putting
Not
a
saying much.
putting a score on this is going to be difficult.
What's the spread?
Spread is 2.5 points for the Texans. They're the favorite. I mean, the Bucs almost lost that game. Had it not been for Young Hoku missing a tying field goal late.
Not traveling with the team this week because he missed that kick.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go in a close one. Houston 20-17.
I got the same score, but flip it. Buccaneers 20, Texans 17.
Okay.
The offensive line's gonna have to hold up. So
Yeah, but
until I see, I gotta see it before I can believe it.
I think our defense is better than the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think the Falcons' offensive line is way better than the Texans' offensive line.
Well, not really. They have their starting right tackle got hurt and missed last week. They actually were not doing super well at protecting him.
I can see it going either way, but for the sake of this being an AFC South show, I'm taking the Bucs.
Heard. Jeffrey?
I don't know, man. Again, this is another game I think that could really go either way, and I don't know. I think it could go either way. Like I said, I don't have any faith in the Texans' offensive line. But again, I don't have a lot of faith in Tampa's rush either. So I don't know. I think it's going to be an ugly game. I really do. It's, I don't know, 17-14 Tampa. I just really like Mike Evans. I don't know. I'll give him as the X factor for the reason they win this game.
Okay. Everybody's going under so far, Isaiah.
Roger.
34.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Fuck.
21.
Total points? 34 total points?
34-21 Buccaneers.
Yeah, I knew
Oh,
that was
wow.
good.
100-2. Bucks.
Was this Christmas?
Why? I don't know. I just got a feeling.
Because fuck you. That's why.
Fuck the Texans. That's why.
Yeah, what they said.
Because fuck them. That's why.
Egg Mika's gonna egg Buka all over what's his face's face. You're
More than likely.
not even going to recognize him after how much egg Buka's on his face.
I hope what they do is they move Kamari Laster inside, and then they take Petrie off, and then put Jalen Smith in the game to play outside corner. Because, I mean, he can't be worse.
Oh, bah.
It is bad. It's
Oh, you
bad.
could say, hold my beer.
Shit. Doubt it, brother. All right. Anybody got anything? So I forgot to mention this. The Tristan Wirfs is out. He will not be playing.
Yeah, he's been out all offseason.
Right. Luke Godek, no Godwin, and there was another questionable person. I can't remember.
The thing is, like, I don't feel bad about their weapons, even with Godwin out.
Right.
Evans, Buka, Kate Otten. I like Jalen McMillan.
Kate Otten didn't catch a pass last week.
Well,
He was targeted 3 times.
Looks like Baker didn't complete a lot of passes last week. So,
Fuck.
I want to like just picking on J.C. Latham. As of right now, is a bright spot that he didn't go in IR. So hopefully he's back next week. Same with Sweat. So neither of them went to IR. So hopefully they're good.
Yeah, and then in a press conference this week, somebody asked. I think it was. Pretty sure it was D'Amico about the status of Joe Mixon, and he said, "I hope he's doing all right." And I was like, "That's not good. That's not good at all."
I'm gonna send him a card.
But y'all see Mike McDaniel's press conference after the game last week?
No, I heard it was stupid, but I didn't watch it.
All his press conferences are stupid.
Yeah, you know, the interceptions
losing,
and the fumbles and yeah, I mean, you like to see less of those. That was his answer.
He's not wrong.
Like,
Get a point.
You would like to see less of those.
yeah, apparently the entire press conference was awful.
Well, his press conferences are so funny and shit, and then they started losing, and it's not so funny when you're losing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. You can't just fucking cutesy dootsy your way up to the top. All of a sudden you're having trouble.
It looks
Well,
more and
yeah.
more Miami the way he's down there. His hair gets a little different. He starts wearing the glasses inside and the chain. Like, dude, you're just buying in. But hey, we'll all be at the game next week together for the Jags and Texans.
Yep.
Me and Jeff will have to bring our power banks with us so we can watch our games while we're at y'all's shitty ass game.
Do they have Wi-Fi in that stadium?
Is there a bar where they show like the real football?
Yeah.
They do normally have the games on the actual game on the field too, so in case you walk away from your seats, yeah, you should be.
Not
good.
worried about that game.
Oh, you said real football. If you wanted to watch dudes drop passes, just stay in fucking Tennessee.
Damn.
Fortunately, we didn't have that problem with Indianapolis.
Yeah, thanks for outbidding us, Bucko.
All right. Well, look, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap it up, gentlemen. I think we covered all the bases. Do we got any closing comments at all?
No.
It's never the Titans.
Jeff, fuck off.
Politely fuck yourself. Anyway.
I got you a WNBA toy waiting whenever you get down to
Apparently,
That's on the
I know they
OnlyFans
still
when I
made
get done
Ice
with
Age
this.
stuff.
Anyway, so y'all go to Titans Table for Two. Check it out. Like, subscribe, support Andrew and his brother Christian. Go down to Unstable. Support Jeff, Justin again at Kingmaker Sports, Jeff and Justin again at Tag Team Talk, and then only Jeff's is
Only Jeff.
it is what it is.
That's other content.
Yeah.
That's on a different website. You gotta subscribe with a card.
Age verification. It's a whole other thing.
Make sure you're going over to Third and Teal, the flagship of CPN. Over 800 subscribers. Like to see them keep climbing. So do the same thing for That Real Texas Team podcast, and then right here on CPN. Y'all, it's always a good time. Folks, thank everybody for watching and being in the comment field. Y'all be
Like with a
good
Brady
people.
bunch.
Kind of. Y'all be good people and fuck the Colts.